Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on Tuesday night in the ARCA series to the Mid-Ohio Challenge at the Mid-Ohio Sports Course. I'm Tom Vados for No Breaks TV, joining the booth by Dewey Roselle. On the cameras tonight will be Tom Jenks. Dewey, looking like we're going to have some fun tonight. Not a big driver turnout, but this road course in Mid-Ohio seems to be pretty exciting. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely a tricky track. I think that's kind of what scares away a lot of the guys. They just don't want to either take out another car or, just go through a night of turmoil if they're not very good at a road course. So understandable why there's not a lot of guys coming out here and trying it. And Mid-Ohio is definitely a tricky one. Not as easy to drive as Watkins Glen, I would say, as I just found out earlier. But nonetheless, this track is in my backyard, so it is pretty cool to go to and watch a race, but not so much fun to drive, at least for me, on iRacing here in these cars.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with Mid-Ohio either, Dewey. Looks like it's going to be a pretty fun course tonight. That being said, we got Michael Redding just finished his qualifying lap with 1:28 with a 96. So next car coming around to take the green will be Jason Alexander. 81 comes through with a 1:27 and a 43. That's Andrew Cardinal in the 81 T&M Designs rig.
.818 Derek Robinson out on the track now. He'll be joined by Jared Beasley subbing in for Gordon Larson Jr. That's why Jared is donning the 00 here tonight.
Good to see it. Looks like we're going to have an HRL Motorsports pretty much for a full team just about tonight. You're going to have, Jared Beasley running for Gordon Larson Jr. You got Craig Lehman in 43 and the 818 of Derek Robinson. So 3 cars that we try to help out here now and then with the No Breaks TV logos and paints. That being said, Dewey, we're going to have some fun tonight, I think. Granted, we only have 12 cars, but it's going to be a pretty quick race. That being said, no cautions out here in this technical track. Very technical here at Mid-Ohio. So it's going to be tough to pass. The guys are going to have to be choosy when they're going to get by the other guys. But you know what? It should be pretty fun. We should see something beating and banging, too.
Definitely, these Grand National cars are hard to control around this track. Really heavy and hard to slow down whenever you don't know if the corner's coming up. So hopefully these guys got some practice laps in. I did not, and it showed.
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First and foremost, we have Motor Sims Racing Association. They're on board again tonight as the title sponsor for the league in the series here in the ARCA series. That being said, we got a few other sponsors on board with us regularly. We have SimSpec PC Towers. You should go check them out at simspectv.com, or excuse me, simspecpc.com. Pretty good group of guys over there. If you want to get into sim racing or any kind of other simulator experiences with your PC, give them a call. They can set you up. They got a pretty good program there. Also want to thank tonight T&N Designs for the T&N Pole Award, and also BA Graphics. And definitely last but not least, we've got to talk about Hancock Quality Goods. So Hancock Quality Goods, you can see them at www.oilhancocks.com. Go check them out. They've got a pretty good selection of fragrances for men and women there, and they do a good job with it. They're pretty responsive. Some really cool stuff. So take a look at them when you get a chance. Right now, we're on board with the 89 of Spence Thompson. Looks like he's in the middle of his qualifying lap now in the American Revolutionary Clothing Company car.
Craig Learman came across. He got a 1:29.083. Spence Thompson on the track, as you said, Tom. Mike Bruno, he's also out there right now.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're qualifying 3 different cars on the track at one time, so we'll be bouncing back and forth between different drivers with different cars, see how they're doing. That being said, we've got a 2.25-mile track with 13 turns in it tonight. Track temp's going to be about 91 degrees. Winds will be southwest at 10 miles per hour. And our relative humidity is going to be 65%. So it looks like we're going to have 100 laps of racing tonight. I think, I just have to double check on that, 60 laps of racing tonight. Your pace car speed under the yellows will be 55 miles per hour, and your spit road miles per hour will be 45.
Mike Bruno coming across, going to take quick time, 1:25.984. That blows away the rest of the field who qualified with a time. A couple guys that were out there did not get counted for the lap, either contact or off track. Right now, we got David Levine in the 59 and the 78 of Austin Jones on track.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little bit going on here on the track. Got a few cars qualifying right now. 4 registered times at the moment. In the number 1, taking in the TNN Designs pole position is Mike Bruno with a 1 minute 25-second lap. And David Levine comes back, knocks him off the top from DLR Racing in the Berkshire Hathawire. He will take the TN Designs pole award with a minute 25 seconds with 15 tenths. Ladies and gentlemen, that was one heck of a lap by David Levine. Once he gets back pit road, we'll try and catch up with him to get into an interview and talk with him about his amazing lap he just put down.
Well, David, we got you here in the booth. Congratulations on the pole, and it seems like the road courses are really playing into your favor here the past couple weeks.
Yeah, big tent for on that, guys. It's road course racing is, been my background since I started racing 10 years ago now, I guess. And it's been, coming here on these, coming to these road courses and these cars is just, in my opinion, one of the most fun things we do all year.
Yeah, definitely one heck of a lap. So we're looking forward to seeing you dominate tonight. We know you got the win on the last road course race at Watkins Glen, I believe, and you've been in pretty hot streak with the exception of last night for the last couple weeks. So how do you see this one playing out tonight?
Definitely, you know, that's the goal, to keep the Revin Optics and TN Designs Mustang up at the front to kind of get this momentum rolling down and get it rolling in the right direction for the chase that's going to be starting here soon.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Congrats on a good lap and winning the TN Designs Pole Award. Hope you have a good race, and hopefully we'll get to catch up with you a little later and talk to you after the race and see you in the top 3 at least.
Yeah, big 10-4 on that, and thanks again, guys, for all that you do here.
You got it, buddy. Enjoy the race. Have fun.
How's David Levine coming away with the pole? He's definitely good here at these road courses, Tom.
Yeah, that's for sure. He competed in battle in our last road course race here and won it at Watkins Glen. So let's see if he has the same kind of skill set that he had at Watkins Glen. I would imagine that he's going to have a pretty good solid finish tonight if he's able to stay out of trouble and doesn't get in any incidents along the way.
And while we have a moment here, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to kind of do a little shout out here that our camera guy, behind the scenes guy, boss, whatever you want to call him, Tom Jinks, he's got a friend of his that hit quite a milestone in the dirt world in real life. And we definitely feel like it's something that deserves to be talked about. So tonight, we want to send a congratulations here from Tom and everybody at No Brakes TV to a local driver over with Tom that Tom can call a friend. They, know each other from their local dirt track. Kent Arment, he pulled off something he's pulled off a lot of things that not a lot of drivers will ever be able to do. His current accomplishment list, he has 59 track championships, 59 track championships, 5 national championships, 27 years of racing, and he's able to pull in a big feat that I'm not even sure 5 drivers have ever been able to hit in recorded dirt track racing history. Well, Kent in the number 9 Wasota A Mod and the number 9 Wasota Late Model was able to pull off feature win number 600 at Miller Speedway in Miller, South Dakota. That's such an incredible feat, and I'm not sure if there's going to be many drivers who can ever hit that feat, whether they've done it in the past or in the near future. That is quite a feat. So from everybody here at No Brakes, Kent, congratulations. And, Tom says your nickname is Showtime, and I definitely feel like you are the Showtime.
Yeah, that's huge, Dewey. Congrats again to Kent over there with the 600th feature win. That's just something else. Holy crap, along with 59 track championships. I don't know if there's guys out there that can even get 59 wins in their career, let alone 600. That's just something else. Something to be very proud of. And I think Kent Arment's over there from Aberdeen, South Dakota. Congrats to him and his whole race team and his shop and everybody that puts in his sponsors too. So that's something to be very, very proud of. And I don't know what else to say. I'm just amazed by that, Dewey.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. If you follow dirt track racing, you've definitely heard of Kent. I have. As soon as Tom brought him up, I knew right then and there who he was. Pretty cool. There's a couple of drivers that I know of that have hit that feat, and that's very hard to do. Both of these guys, one's retired, Freddie Smith. Another one, local driver around here, Delmas Conley. If you're into dirt track racing, look those guys up. Definitely look up Kent. It's a pretty cool little deal there. It's hard to hit 100 wins, but 600 and going, especially for Kent, that's just absolutely incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing by for the start of our race here. We should be turning over, and the racers should be start grid now after the qualifying session. They got a chance to go back to their cars, get them retuned for the race getting ready to start here pretty quick. So that being said, Dewey, who do you like tonight?
Well, it's hard to go against David Levine, being so good at these road courses, and he just continues to prove it. So, if you're going with a smart, logical, like a betting pick, that'd probably be David Levine. The guy that I would say I want to win as via dark horse or anything like that, I would have to say I would like to see Craig Lerman. He had a good run last night at Michigan, and hopefully he can build off of that success here at Mid Ohio.
I agree with you right there, Dewey. That's going to be my pick tonight. Craig Lerman in the 43 No Brakes Racing TV car. Good to see him get out on the track and had a good win or a good run last night. I think we're going to see him have a good run tonight too. He may not be the quickest out there in practice or qualifying, but he is pretty steady with his driving. So if he's able to keep his car clean, I'm sure he's going to move up through the field decently.
Well, Tom, it's that time. You should start seeing cars grid up here and getting ready for the start of this race. 60 laps around Mid-Ohio. Remember, there's probably not going to be a full course caution unless there's a massive crash, just a lot of localized yellows. The admins do a great job about coming over the radio and letting these guys know where the wrecks are so they can try and avoid them if possible.
Yeah, I'd definitely do. If we end up with full course cautions in this race, it's going to be a long time for those drivers to have to sit in their car. If they're averaging about a minute and a half a lap at 60 laps, right there, straight green flag. We're going to be running for about 90 minutes in that car tonight, which is a pretty long race for a sim race as it is. Obviously, it's not anywhere near the length of time that we see with the real racers. That being said, we get into some full course cautions that could take a 5-minute lap here and there to get around 2 to 4 minutes, usually what it would probably take, but that could extend it out. They'd spend even more time for those cars, those guys getting heated up and everything else.
As we saw in the road courses racing at Watkins Glen last week, anything can happen out here, and it got exciting in both races basically on the last lap, so hopefully we have a little bit similar result here tonight.
And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Something different that you don't usually see on the oval course that we normally run. These boys started out from a standing start tonight. That's just the green flag drop, so everybody starts from the stop in their pit road grid order, and we're underway just like that. Going in the first corner, got David Levine in 59, getting a little bit of pressure from the 19 since that PC tower car, Mike Bruno. Just see him going through. He locked up the front tires getting into that corner and gave up a little bit of momentum.
On the first corner, we had the 9 of Jackson Allen go around, Spence Thompson getting a little involved. I see Jared Beasley with a little bit of damage.
Look like everybody's getting organized out. They're running single file through these corners. Guys get used to the racetrack a little bit and pick up a grip and identify what the cars are doing and what they're not doing. That being said, once that happens, maybe we'll get to see a little bit more aggressive driving with some of these guys once their tires come in. Usually on these road courses, it takes a good full lap for the tires to come in at least before they can really start throwing that car around like they normally would.
Something that is incredible that has just happened here on the racetrack, the 78 of Austin Jones. He had to start on the tail, 14 cars here tonight. He started 14th, and in one lap, he's up to 5th. Also a bit of a late entry. Didn't hear us talk about him during qualifying. 17 of Alan Westman able to get out there right as the feature was underway here. Good to see Alan able to make it here tonight.
Yeah, definitely do. For some reason, I thought I heard he might be a scratch tonight, so it's good to see Alan get in here on the track. Good opportunity for him. He's usually a pretty good road course racer if he can keep his car clean. I don't know how much practice he's been able to have here at Mid-Ohio, but that being said, I think once he gets it figured out, getting the groove, he should start moving to the field.
Right now, David Levine holds a 0.7 second lead over Mike Bruto. Michael Redding currently in third. He is 7 seconds back. Austin Jones up to fourth. He's right there behind Michael Redding. And Andrew Cardinale will round out your top 5. But Austin Jones looking to make a move on Michael Redding here. A little bit of contact. It's going to open the door for Andrew Cardinale as well. Michael Redding, oh, he's going to hang on to it.
Looked like we had the 17. Alan Westwood just came through the corner a little tight, had to lock up his brakes and slid through the grass a little bit, but he was able to get back on track without any damage, and he's back going now.
And meanwhile, contact between Derek Robinson and the 818 and the 2 of Michael Redding. Michael Redding spins around, but he's able to get that going underway again, right in front of Alan Westman here.
Coming down along straight, Dave Levine's opened up about a second lead on Mike Bruno. Let's see if he can't get into the braking. Out braking looks like Dave Levine goes a little bit wide into that corner with the right turn and back to the left turn, and Mike Bruno was able to close the gap, but not quite there.
The driver we've been saying to keep an eye on, Austin Jones in the 78. He's all the way up to third now. He's about 9 seconds behind last time across the stripe. So he has got some work to do to try and chase down David Levine and Mike Bruno.
That being said, Dewey, I think he's going to have a pretty good chance of running them down here pretty quick. His last lap was a 1:25 with a 2:6, fastest lap of the race for him. Mike Bruno just ran a 1:26, and Bruno just breaks in and takes over the lead away from David Levine through the corner under braking, and he's pulling away.
Definitely a great move by Mike Bruno. Noticed a little slip up from David Levine. David saw that he was closing fast and just kind of gave him enough room to get by him.
Yeah, as fast as Austin Jones is tonight, Dewey, he should be able to make up that lap time to them, that 9 seconds. I think it's down to 7 now. In about 10 laps, he's running about a second faster per lap than each of these front 2 drivers right now. It's one thing about these technical road courses. Once you get in a groove, you need to hold your momentum and your rhythm. Once you get in a rhythm and get comfortable and get smooth is fast, definitely at these road courses. So making sure you hit your braking points, save your front tires, because if you start abusing your front tires too hard on these tracks, you will push out through the corner and end up in the grass pretty easy. And you'll hit them brakes and it feel like you won't be able to stop. As you can see now under the braking, these cars are already starting to have their brake rotors blow, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see that throughout this race as we continue to move forward further on.
Right now, your current top 5, Mike Bruno is in first, David Levine right behind him in second, Austin Jones 7 seconds back in third, and as we say this, David Levine pulling to the inside of Mike Bruno here. Looks like he's going to get him. Good little race here for first, as these guys are just out-dueling each other in braking zones. 4th place, Andrew Cardinale. 5th place is Jackson Allen. After that early spin in turn 1, he's able to fight his way back up to 5th.
Yeah, and Jackson Allen's applying some pressure to the 81 right now in Andrew Cardinale in the T&N Designs machine, and it looks like Jackson Allen is getting a little bit better corners. He's able to come right to his bumper through the little S's here, so should be interesting to see how or when I think Jackson's going to be able to get it by Andrew Cardinale. Watching the 78 go through these turns pretty smooth right now, Dewey. He's knocked that deficit down to just about 6.5 seconds off the leader in the last 3 laps. He's now being able to see them in his windshield on this long straight coming up here, so he should be climbing in. That'll give him a little bit of motivation to go through quicker here, get back up to those guys and contend for the lead. They might be a car to watch for a potential podium finish for sure tonight.
If you look, the difference...
we got the 9 of Jackson Allison putting the bumper to Andrew Cardinale, and he gets under him in a turn, and Andrew comes down on him. He spins, and Jackson Allen's able to pick up and move on for the 4th position.
That's a tough break there for Andrew Cardinale. As I was just getting ready to talk about him, as that happened, the difference, they're 15 seconds behind the leader. That's 10 seconds behind third.
Oh my God, your math is incredible, Dewey. I love it. Just kidding, buddy. It's a road course there, so you got to find a way to have a little bit of fun too. These guys are out there having a blast on the track right now. See these guys going around, taking all 13 turns, getting pretty smooth. Not a lot of incidents going on. We had a little bumper-to-bumper stuff here going on, but that's all part of it. One guy gets in. It's pretty tough when you get behind these cars to really plan on when the other guy's braking points are. As I say that, Andrew Cardinale goes off the track, comes through and slides through the corner under braking, and is able to get back on and move on forward.
Meanwhile, Austin Jones down to 5.5 seconds from Mike Bruno and David Levine, so he is doing his best to try and catch up to those guys.
I think we're seeing a lot of times here, Dewey, with a lot of these guys on these corners, which is pretty typical when we get to these technical tracks here like Mid-Ohio and Watkins Glen. A lot of these guys are running ovals, so when you're running an oval track, you don't get into the brakes a whole lot unless you're really short track racing. That being said, a lot of these guys have a tendency to overdrive the corners. I mean, they're just getting in too fast, too deep, and they got to lock up the brakes in order to make the turn. I think, you know, what they'll soon come to figure out as this race progresses, if they enter into these corners a little bit more slowly, a little bit more conservatively, they'll be able to leave and exit these corners a lot quicker. And that's really where you make up a lot of your time on these road courses.
Meanwhile, up front, David Levine and Mike Bruno still right there nose to tail. These guys have been battling it out since the start, not really being able to get a good gap between these two cars. And it feels like deja vu from last week.
Yeah, definitely do. They got a pretty good battle going on up there. Going back here a little bit further, we're going to have to start looking at some of these guys like Jason Alexander in the 5 car. He's currently running in 14th, but he's a minute 10 seconds behind the leader. Actually, he just went one lap down, so he's actually on pit road as we speak. I think he's getting some fresh tires. That being said, Corey Walters is still on the track. He's running in 13th, car number 12 of the Bass Pro Shops. He's currently a minute 10 seconds go down, so he's about 15 seconds or so from us seeing lap traffic, buddy.
That should make things interesting with these guys running so hard 1 and 2.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be tonight, Dewey. Tonight's going to be the David, Mike, and Austin show. We got Austin, who's got that gap closed now to about 5.7 seconds last time by the flag stand. He's continuing to run, tick off, and make up some lap times here as we keep moving forward. So that gap just keeps getting closer and closer between him and the front 2 cars, and it won't be long where all 3 of those guys are going to be battling for position.
Yeah, we have quite the gaps going on here in the field. Jackson Allen's running 4th. He's 19 seconds back, about to be 20 seconds back. Andrew Cardinale, he's in 5th. He is 30 seconds back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give you a unique interview or a unique look at this track right now. We're going to ride around with Austin Jones in the 78. He's currently running in 3rd position. Just going by Corey Walters on the 12 on the outside through the gas. Be interesting to see, get you a good look from cockpit view of these drivers so you can see exactly what they need to do going through this track. As we're going in through, I think this is turn 3, you'll see him come back to the gas out of the corner. Nice and smooth getting into the corners. Also very, very smooth, not locking up those front tires. As you can see, it doesn't look like he's driving into these corners very hard at all, and that's one of these keys to making up time on these road courses, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever watched the inside of one of these cars in road courses, you can hear and see he's not sliding his tires, he's not over braking, and he really isn't mashing the throttle on exit either, because that would give him an opportunity. These cars have so much horsepower, he would definitely whip around. You see him get a little bit loose on exit, he got the throttle a little too hard, a little too early. If you can roll back into the throttle out here exiting these turns, that's going to be the key to getting quick exit and build the momentum coming up going to the stripe just past the start finish line. This with a 1:26.222 last lap. Knocked that lead down to 3.7 seconds for the leader, so he's cruising and approaching quick to these guys. Won't be long before he's right up there mixing it up.
Austin's definitely been the fastest car out there. Happened to come from the back, work his way through the field, and now he's got to run down the leaders, and he's doing just that with no traffic. You have to remember, these guys have clear track ahead of them, and he is still able to run them down.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Bruno in the 19 SimSpec PC Towers cars getting ready to get smashed between two David Levine Motorsports cars. You got David Levine in the 59 T&N Designs car leading the race right now. Mike running second, and Austin running a close third down. It's like he's closing that gap more and more each corner, each lap. So it won't be long before he's out there mixing up, trying to take position away from Mike Bruno in the 19 car. Oh, and the 19 of Mike Bruno over brakes, slides off the track, comes back on, and Austin Jones gets gathered up in it. They collide to get together. Austin Jones is able to get it back going, and Mike Bruno is able to pick it up, get back on the track as well, too. So that means that's going to give David Levine an opportunity to increase that gap by just about 8 seconds from that little mistake right there that took place between those two drivers.
Yeah, that's a tough break for those guys, looking to be a good little battle, 3-car battle for the lead, and that's just one of the things that happens here. Road courses, you get into a groove, but sometimes just one little thing, looking at the gauges or trying to watch your mirror or whatever, causes a mistake that can be rather large.
I guess if there is a good thing out of this incident with Austin Jones and Mike Bruno is that little collision that they had just now in the middle of the corner. They weren't under a great amount of speed, so that shouldn't have caused a whole lot of damage to their cars, and it shouldn't impact them or affect them that much. Just depends on how the steering wheel, as long as they didn't knock the toe out on the steering wheel, they should be pretty good. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, we will have 45 laps to go, one quarter of the way through this race with our leader right now, David Levine. He's up in the field by 7.2 seconds. Second place car, Austin Jones. Third place would be Mike Bruno. Fourth is Jackson Allen. Fifth is currently running is Spence Thompson. Sixth position will be Zach Lindgren. Seventh position will be Andrew Cardinal. Eighth position will be the 43 of Clay Glerman. Ninth position will be Derek Robinson in 818, and the 00 Jared Beasley, substituting for Gordon Nelson Jr., is going to be running in the 11th position. Followed by him will be Michael Redding in the 2 car, Evil Knievel, and Corey Walters in the 12 car will be 1 lap down. Next car 4 laps down is Alan Westman. I think he ran into a problem with this car, and he's brought it back to the garage at this point. I think he's getting it loaded up on the truck, Billy.
And not too sure what happened there. A tough break for Allen. He was able to hop in here right as we started, but obviously some issues are going on. He's not able to finish this race. The way first and second are spread out between David Levine and Austin Jones and them being teammates, I'm curious how pit strategies are going to work, if they're going to come in together, or if Austin's going to try and stay out while David comes in, or if Austin comes in early and David doesn't. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Don't look now, dude. We've got a pretty good 3-car battle right now between Spence Thompson and the American Revolutionary Clothing car, Zach Lindgren in the 85 as well in the PSI sports car, and Andrew Cardinal in the 81. Looks like Andrew fell off just a little bit off this pace, but Spence and then Zach Lindgren, they've got a pretty good battle going on for 5th position now.
David Levine holding that 7.5 second lead pretty good over Austin Jones right now. Mike Bruno, he's 10 seconds back, almost 11. They've been about the same gap these past couple of laps, but Austin Jones not able to advance and catch David Levine like he was before that little incident with Mike Bruno.
Very well could be, Dewey, that Austin Jones had probably worn out his front tires trying to make that run through the field. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on their pit stops, if anybody's out there saving fuel, or, you know, I'm not sure. I think a pit stop should be right around 30 laps. We should see green flag pit stops starting to take place. It'll be interesting to see if anybody decides to short pit to try to make up some time while the other guys are running around the track on older tires. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come up next time by, 43 to go is what we're looking at. Next time by will be 42 to go. Just want to give a big shout out to our series sponsor here. First and foremost, Motorsim Racing Association, Motorsim Racing Magazine. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. Also, a couple of our other sponsors on board tonight, BA Graphics and TNN Designs. They were our main sponsor of our Poll Award winner tonight, Mike Bruno. And 2 other big sponsors I want to talk about that are on board each and every day. SimSpec PC Towers is the first one. Dewey, I don't know if you've had a chance to go over and take a look at their website or not, but they put together some pretty cool equipment as far as PC towers goes. If anybody's out there looking to get into this and any kind of other kind of sim, they're looking what they need to put into a PC. go take a look at them. They can set you up, get you taken care of with everything you need, whether you're on a budget or not. Anywhere in between, they can get you hooked up and taken care of for sure. That being said, another one of our main sponsors on board tonight is Hancock's Quality Goods. Pretty cool little company. You should go check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Excuse me, oilcanhancocks.com. Check them out. Use the sponsor code Thunder17 to go ahead and get yourself a little bit of discount on your next purchase. If you're looking for a fragrance for a significant other in your relationship, male or female, or anywhere in between nowadays, go ahead, go after it, go check them out. They've got some pretty good products.
Seems the effects of the old tires are starting to wear on these guys. David Levine, Austin Jones, Mike Bruno all dirt tracking it around here a little bit more than they were a couple laps ago. These guys just trying to hang on and get the most out of it before they come in for a pit stop. As it seems with David Levine being so dominant, you want to try and stay on sequence with him and don't let him get a big advantage on pit road.
Yeah, I definitely do. We're starting to see it more and more. In that corner, David just went in and smoked the right front tire a little bit. You know what? He might have his brake bias turned all the way up at this point, and he's just putting a lot of pressure on those two front tires. A lot of times, what guys will do too, going throughout the race, if they start getting too much pressure on those front tires, and that car starts dumping and pushing through these corners, they'll want to move their brake bias back just a tick. That should move some of the braking and get a little bit more back towards the rear to where they're not sliding those front tires so much into each of these corners, wearing them out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, David Levine, I think he's led every single lap so far of this race. 21 of 60 we're on right now. We've got 40 to go. It'll be interesting to see I don't know if we've ever seen a start to finish winner. Have you, Dewey? Somebody start from the pole and win a race and lead every lap?
Not since we've been over here with the NMNTS. It's been very competitive over here. It'll be just interesting to see if David Levine can go wire to wire.
He has opened up that lead now to 9.7 seconds over Austin Jones. So in the last 2.5, 3 laps, he's up 2 seconds quicker, running 2 seconds quicker than Austin Jones, who came out screaming. It looks like Mike Bruno is starting to close the gap a little bit on Austin Jones. You know, in a few laps here, maybe after our green flag pit stop's coming up here in about 10 laps, we might see some action in side-by-side racing for that second place finish. But I think a lot of it's going to come down to pit strategy. What are guys going to do here? Did they save their tires enough in this stint to just come in and get gas only? Or are they going to go for the full wholesale changes in all 4 tires in full fuel? I would imagine they're going to get new tires, but you never know. Some guys may try to risk it in the back. They haven't been running as hard, so they haven't been tearing up their tires as bad.
Well, for the first time in a long time, David Levine sees a car in front of him. Derek Robinson, Michael Redding, next 2 cars scheduled to go a lap down. That's 11th and 10th respectively. David Levine's probably got about 5 or 6 seconds before he catches those 2 cars. David Levine able to slip by Michael Redding, no problem. Derek Robinson, the next one in front of him.
David Levine just keeps motoring on, not only going through the lap traffic, but he's now opened that gap up at the second place of 9.6 seconds. So should be interesting to see what takes place here in the next few laps, see how much wider if he's able to open up that gap before our green flag pits.
He gets by the 8:18 of Derek Robinson, no problem. Now David has a clear track in front of him for quite a while. Meanwhile, Mike Bruno, a little bit of a mistake. Jackson Allen able to get by him. So now your top five: David Levine, Austin Jones, Jackson Allen, Mike Bruno, and Spence Thompson. I have to say, I've been watching Austin Jones the past couple laps. He has really been sliding all over the place. I think he wore out his tires trying to catch these guys as fast as he could, and now he's starting to pay the price a little bit. Extremely ill-handling race car.
Ladies and gentlemen, just about 26 laps in now, 36 to go here on the racetrack. Still got a pretty good lead by our leader, David Levine, in the 59 car in T&M Designs, up by 10.6 seconds now in second place, Austin Jones. We are currently looking at, we have 9 drivers left on the lead lap. Jared Beasley in the 00 looks like he's getting ready to get caught by our leader, David Levine here. He's just 5 seconds in front of him. As we caught a couple minutes here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go back through each car and touch base on each one if I can, try to talk about their sponsors that they have in their cars. So we're going to start out with our leader, Dave Levine, in the number 59. He's currently running the TN Design Ford Mustang out in front. Second place position will be the APC car of Austin Jones in the number 78 blue Camaro. He's running pretty solid laps. He should be doing pretty well tonight as well. In third will be Jackson Allen in the dirtondirt.com all the time in the Ford Mustang here in the number 9. He's got a pretty cool paint job going on, ladies and gentlemen. You should go ahead and take a look at that if you can get a closer look at that paint job. Pretty nice. 4th position, Mike Bruno in the car number 19, and our title sponsor, SimSpec PC Towers. 19 Chevrolet Camaro. Go check him out at www.simspecpc.com. He's running in 4th position currently. 5th position will be Spence Thompson. He is running in the 89 Camaro for American Revolutionary Clothing. Pretty good, solid sponsor he's got on board. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage to the right front, but it doesn't seem to be impacting his lap times too terribly bad as he continues to run in 5th position. 6th place, Zach Lindgren in the 85 PSI Ford Mustang. Doing a good job running around this track. He's been able to keep his car clean. Looks pretty good. Running some pretty smooth laps. Running 6th. 7th place will be Andrew Cardinal in the TN Designs Ford Mustang. Running number 81. He's had a couple incidents he's got into, but he's able to fight back here and get it back into 7th position. 8th position in the STP Camaro in the number 43, Craig Lehrman. Currently running 8th for HRL Motorsports, running a pretty good race to the right. 9th place, Jared Beasley, currently running the 00. He's a substitute driver tonight for Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon, if you're out there watching, looks like he's holding down pretty good for you tonight. I hope you're having a good vacation. Jared Beasley in the TN Designs Camry, running 9th position. In 10th, it looks like we have Derek Robinson in the 818 Crown Royal Black Xfinity Camry. He's doing a pretty good job tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's currently running in 10th position. He is the first car 1 lap down. And that will do it for your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be able to come back and maybe pick up with the other cars here in a couple laps. We'll go back up front and see how the leader's doing.
Currently 11 seconds ahead of Austin Jones. David Levine still out there running a great race, just able to hit his mark every single lap. And it's going to be hard to catch him.
You know, Dewey, what's going to be interesting to see tonight is this isn't a track that we run very much here in this series here on Tuesday nights in the Grand National Series. It'll be interesting to see when we start to have these green flag pit stops, how easy it is for these guys to get on pit road. So if they weren't out there in practice and taking the time to go through and trying to do a green flag pit stop, it should be interesting to see if we have any guys get into trouble trying to get on pit road. One, understand you have to break down pretty quick, get down pit road speed of 55 miles an hour. We are currently on lap 28 of 60, just about halfway, 33 to go. 3 laps will be halfway to go that time by. We should start seeing some of these drivers go through and start making green flag pit stops probably between lap 32 and 35, Dewey. So we've got a little bit to wait here, about 10 minutes in lap driving cars. Should be interesting to see how they turn out.
We'll see if any strategy actually works. Have any of these guys try and catch a 59 of David Levine. He has been strong all night long. So it seems like the only chance is going to be David getting involved into an accident or some kind of mistake, or if they just make a Hail Mary on pit road and it works.
Yeah, at this point, Dewey, a lot of these guys, you see Austin Jones, 11 seconds back. I think he's got a chance of catching David on fresh tires. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to have enough tires to get by him, if he's able to get up to him after his pit stop. That being said, the rest of these guys, third place driver Mike Bruno is 20 seconds behind the leader. Well, even if you go in and don't put on tires, you're only going to save about 7 to 8 seconds. So it really would not benefit you that much to go in with a fuel-only pit stop. You're not going to get on and off that much quicker to make up that big of a gap. So That being said, I think we'll see everybody come in when they do, and when they do, they'll come in and put on all 4 tires and a full load of fuel and get after it for the rest of the way.
Jackson Allen, your 4th place running car, he is on pit road. He's the first one of the leaders to come down pit road. He was currently 31 seconds behind David Levine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special view for you tonight. We've jumped onto the 78 car and we've got you put on a nose cam. This is with the front of the car right out at the bottom. So this will give you a pretty in-depth look. You should be able to see everything pretty clearly on this track. All the skid marks, the pass, everybody else is going, the bumpers. And as he comes into pit road right now, in 1080p, this is looking pretty cool right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoy this view.
Mike Bruno also on pit road. David Levine, he stayed out.
And as Austin Jones gets off pit road speed, 45 miles per hour till you get past the green cone, and then you can get back into her. So, obviously, Austin Jones just got fresh tires on his car. He's going to feel like Superman out there, considering the way his car was sliding around before. One thing you need to be careful on these cold tires, they do not like to handle very often turning right. You see him just dive to the bottom there, was able to hold on to it and push out off the corner.
We have to keep an eye on the 59, see when David decides to come down pit road. He opts to stay out again, this time by.
So right now with Austin Jones, after his pit stop, he's currently running in the second position, 36 seconds back of the leader. So he came in, I think he was down about 12 seconds back with his pit stop and everything else. It'd be interesting to see if he's able to make up any of this time on the track with the fresh tires versus the 59 of David Levine. Should be interesting. I will be wondering if he's going to be coming in next time by or maybe the time after. But after these green flag stops, we'll see how it all shakes out.
The last 2 cars on the lead lap, Spence Thompson and Zach Lindgren, both pull into pit road here for their stops.
And leader is on pit road now. He comes off the course, breaks down, gets down to 45 miles per hour at the entrance, and is cruising to his pit stop. Looks like right here, Austin Jones was able to do it. Take a look at this, Dewey. He's coming around pit entrance. He's at pit entrance right now, come by the start finish. And David Levine should be just coming back on the track now. So he's been able to make up a few seconds there.
It was a good job by the 78. You know, worked hard there on the track, able to stay out of trouble as David Levine was in his pit stall. And 78 is a lot closer than he was one lap ago. See the 00 of Jared Beasley coming in for a pit stop here.
At the start finish, we'll give you our intervals here. It looks like Dave Levine come by running with. In second place, Austin Jones is only 5.8 seconds back. So before pit, Austin Jones was 12 seconds back. So under that pit stop and being able to pit a lap early, 2 laps ahead of, actually 1 or 2 laps ahead of Dave Levine, he was able to make up 6 seconds running around this track on better tires. So be interesting to see if he can make up the rest of the other 6 seconds he was down to get back to him and challenge for the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're tuned in tonight, taking a look at, give us a chance and go through and subscribe to our YouTube channel there, NoBreaks.tv. If you get a chance, check us out on Facebook as well at NoBreaks.tv as well. Go in, give them a like, give them a share, give us some comments, let us know how we're doing. Hopefully you're enjoying this race tonight. We've got to say a big shout out to Tom Jenks up in the control room, giving us all these fantastic corners and camera angles we've been seeing tonight with these leaders. So that being said, look forward to an addition for the rest of the race. We are 26 laps away from the checkered flag. Got to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Motorsim Racing Magazine. They're our title sponsor for the Grand National Series. Also, big shout outs to BA Graphics, TN Designs for carrying our pole award tonight, and oilcanhancocks.com. Go check them out. That's Hancock's Quality Goods. On their website, use their promo code Thunder17 to help get you a little bit of a discount there. And also want to give a big shout out to SimSpec PC Towers. Go check them out at simspec.com.
David Levine still with a pretty commanding lead. Not many mistakes being made here. Austin Jones in second. Mike Bruno in third. Jackson Allen fourth. Spence Thompson in fifth. Zach Lindgren in sixth. And that is all the cars that are left on the lead lap. David Levine catching some lap traffic here, Tom. See if he can get by everybody with no problem.
And Corey Walters does a nice job just letting David go by, take the inside lane, opens it up for him. Pretty courteous thing to do, but then again, you know, Corey is 2 laps down. That's one of the requirements. It's usually an expectation of some drivers to move over unless you're battling for the last lap. Unless you're battling on the lead lap, ladies and gentlemen, it's usually common courtesy just to show respect to the other drivers that are faster than you to go ahead and let them get by so you don't hold them up any longer than you need to. In case you're wondering, you're out there watching the race and figure, why did they just let them go by? Well, that's pretty much it. They know that they're a couple laps down to the leader and the leader's moving on and looking to win the race. So that being said, we all do it. We've all done it. It's a part of racing. You see it frequently in the oval races. Maybe not in the dirt track so much, but in the ovals for sure, in the asphalt.
Yeah, it seems to be a reoccurring theme on dirt. Everybody complains about lap traffic because they race you so hard, but I think that's just a product of dirt track racing. You just get out there and you just, I don't know. It seems like everybody they don't care where they're at or what's going on. They're just going to stay in front of you no matter what.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to 23 to go now. These laps are just ticking away for these drivers. We have had literally no major course cautions or accidents on the speedway to slow anybody up. Might have seen a little bit of caution here in a corner here and there where somebody got a little sideways and slid into the middle of the track, but haven't had any major incidents, many accidents, nobody getting taken out yet. So it's been a pretty smooth, clean race by all these drivers doing everything they can to get through the field.
We got a battle shaping up for third here. Jackson Allen, Mike Bruno. Nose to tail. Might have a little bit of action going on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear me quite frequently talk about our sponsors on these broadcasts. That's because without their support, we're unable to probably run these leagues, get these broadcasted races out here live on YouTube for y'all in 1080p. That being said, these drivers out there put a lot of time and money into their sim racing rigs and their cars and their paint jobs. They are also always frequently looking to see if they can't get some sponsorship help. As I look right now in the 10th place car, number 2 of Michael Redding, you can see right big smack dab. He's got a big open spot there on the head of his hood. It says sponsors needed. So if anybody out there in YouTube land wants to have an opportunity to get your car out there and their car name or your name out there and give up some sponsorship, usually when we're talking sponsorship dollars, we're not talking a huge amount, none of the thousands anyway, like you would normally see in normal races, but any little bit helps these guys. They do pay to race. They do have to pay for their equipment, their PC, their wheels, their pedals, all that good stuff. You know, some drivers come out here and they may need to buy a new set of gloves now and then or some racing shoes. You never know. That being said, give them a shot. It's a good way to get your name out there and get your name out on these live broadcasts via YouTube and help another driver out.
Jackson Allen all over Mike Bruno looking for the pass here as they come across the stripe. He might get him here heading into that first corner, and he does. Jackson
number
Allen
9,
spinning.
Jackson Allen gets under the brakes just a little hard and just gets that rear end around as the other car just misses him barely. I think that was in Mike Bruno was just able to smoothly get by. But
He's
as you can
going
see
around
now,
again.
looks like Jackson Allen's having a tough time getting back on the track and get those tires back under him, get them cleaned off so he can get back to a smooth, hard racing.
Right now, Thomas' laps are winding down. We've only got 5 cars on the lead lap.
On the track right now, Austin Jones has cut that lead to just about 4 seconds this time by. That being said, we've got 20 laps to go, so it'll be interesting to see if Austin Jones is going to be able to cut off that lap time by another 4 seconds.
And currently, there's not really any traffic in front of David Levine. He dropped it down to 4 flat seconds now. Austin Jones is gaining a little bit here, but maybe David Levine's trying to save his tires until maybe the 78 catches him.
That's one option David Levine has right now, Dewey. He doesn't have to drive that car incredibly hard. He can hold on to those tires to where car behind him, that Austin's just got to go that much harder to try to get to the back bumper of David Levine, and then he's got to may find a way to get by. Very tough to do at these road courses because usually there's just one line of traffic when you're running at speed to get by these drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, David Levine in the TNN Designs number 59 Ford Mustang GT is currently holding a 4-second lead. Coming into 18 to go, 17 to go next time by. He has dominated from start to finish so far. We may just be seeing Dewey, our first racer, win from start to finish, from the pole position to the end of the race, lead every single lap. That's quite an accomplishment, even on a road course. Oh, and David Levine gets a little tight coming off the corner, and you know what? Austin Young must have been watching because he followed right in his tracks. David Levine got a little wide there and took out the cones. in turn 8.
Now, Austin didn't get as upset on the track as David did, so we'll see if that's going to play into it at all. Seems like there's still a pretty good gap between them, but if Austin was able to hit that corner perfectly, he would be right there with David Levine.
Oh, and David Levine getting in a little hard, locks up the tires coming through the hairpin, but he gets her back going smooth coming up through the S's. That might have cost him a little bit of time. We'll see here at the stripe. Ladies and gentlemen, next time by, we will have 15 laps to go. That is 1-5. Just over 20 minutes of racing. So right now, David Levine has been dominant all night long. Pretty much led from start to finish. Has only given up the lead at one point. I think that was to the 19 of Mike Bruno in the SimSpec PC Towers car. That being said, just want to give a big shout out to our other sponsors tonight as well. I know I've talked about the SimSpec PC Tower guys quite a bit, but you know what? There's always also quality Hancock's Quality Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Also, big thank to NoBreaks.tv up here in the booth tonight. Tom Jenks doing a fantastic job on this broadcast once again. Take a look at our YouTube page there if you can. Go through, give us a like, subscribe to us, give us some feedback on how the races are going for you. That being said, we're back at it here in the road course. Dave Levine has got a lead of over 6.5 seconds at this time. I think he's going to be able to increase that to just about 7 seconds. We'll take a look here as Austin Jones comes across the stripe. Yeah, he'll be up 6.946 seconds above in front of Austin Jones. Right now, Dewey, it is going to be all David Levine and David Levine's choice whether he wants to win this race or lose this race. It's in his hands, and the only way it's going to happen is if he makes a mistake is the only way he's going to lose, and he's got to give up a bunch of time going off the track.
Meanwhile, Jackson Allen able to once again catch up to the back of Mike Bruno, see if he can't make the pass and keep the car underneath him this time. But Jackson Allen is definitely quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of a battle going on back here between Mike Bruno and Jackson Allen. Jackson's just applying the pressure to him right now and gets to the bottom of him into the hairpin. If he can hold on to it, he's going to take that position away. Through the S's, here they come. And Jackson Allen has made the pass over Mike Bruno for third place.
That's not the first time he's been able to get around him, but last time Jackson Allen just looped it, lost the car. So we'll see if he can't hold on to it, as he has been fast enough to run down Mike Bruno 2 times now. So we'll have to keep an eye on that 9 car and see if he can't hold on to it to the end of the race.
Yeah, that's for sure. That dirt on dirt Ford Mustang GT has been pretty fast here and then, but he's also found a way to slow up now and then too. So that being said, the Sinspec PC car of Mike Bruno in the Chevrolet Camaro, he's been pretty steady all night, running around top, never been outside of the top 5. That being said, he's currently going to, ooh, just as I was saying, he's currently going to try to get back underneath him. He locks up the tires and slides through the corner. That's going to give up a couple seconds there to Jackson Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Cardinale in the 81 TNN Designs rigs, currently running in 8th place, 1 lap down. Got a pretty solid race going on tonight. Looks like he's battling at the moment with Jared Beasley. That is going to be 4th position, ladies and gentlemen. He's right to the bumper of the 00. They're both running in the TNN Designs cars tonight. Looks like one has a Ford Mustang and the other one looks to be in a Toyota Camry. So that being said, same teams, same sponsorship, different manufacturers. Not too uncommon here in iRacing. Some guys just feel a little bit more comfortable in different cars, that's all. Anyway, got a pretty good race going on right now. Andrew Cardinale, he runs TNN Designs. He does a pretty fantastic job with his paint jobs and stuff that he does. So glad to see that he can go through, and he is they are, I should say, TNN Designs being our pole award winner. Want to take a look at another driver right now in the STP 43, Richard Petty, Craig Lerman. You know, he's got a solid run going on tonight. He is running up in the 9th position. He's currently 1 lap down also. Solid top 10. He's been pretty smooth all night. His car's been really clean. You know what? We anticipated maybe he would have been a little bit faster tonight or had a little bit more time being able to make up, but it just hasn't panned out for him. That being said, he's still running pretty smooth, solid lap times there in the 1.5 minutes. And good job by him. Glad to have him on the No Brakes TV team as well. Anyway, Craig Lerman is a member of the HRL Motorsports. Looks like tonight they have got... He seems to be the only one out there for HRL Motorsports right now. So that being said, not a bad deal. Robinson is also out there in the 818, so I'm sorry I missed him. Robinson's doing a fantastic job tonight too. You know, some of these road courses get to be pretty tough. Derek is 2 laps down right now, but he's been keeping his car pretty clean in his Crown Royal black Toyota Camry. Pretty sharp looking paint job. Get a chance to take a look at that one, ladies and gentlemen. That should be pretty interesting. Running right in front of him, that looks to be Austin. Is that Austin Young? I believe so. Austin Jones, sorry, I keep calling him Austin Young. Austin, my apologies, buddy. If you're out there listening, your family, your friends, your sponsors are listening to the race, I apologize to keep calling you by the last wrong name. That is Austin M. Jones, ladies and gentlemen, in the Chevy Camaro, the APC car. Next time by, we will be 10 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to go. Stay tuned. Go down. Take an opportunity right now. I know it's been an exciting race, and you may have been waiting for a caution, but we just don't see those on road course races. So if you want to take a chance right now, go get a cool beverage, some popcorn, anything you want, some chips. Get yourself a little snack. Pick up the last 8 laps or 10 laps of this race as they come back to the start-finish.
If you look right now, the top five pretty fanned out. 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds. Austin Jones back from David Levine. Jackson Allen's 33 seconds back. Mike Bruno's 36 seconds back. Spence Thompson is a minute 20. He is near going a lap down here, and that'll only leave 4 cars on the lead lap.
Riding on board right now is Spence Thompson in the number 89 American Revolutionary Clothing car. He's running in the 5th position. Last car on, or he is currently, I don't know how I would say that. Last car on the lead lap. 4 cars in front of him. Their top 5 are all on the lead lap right now. He's currently 1 minute 21 seconds back to the leader, so he may be getting close to being lapped. We'll see if he can't hang on and stay on the lead lap for the remainder of this race. Don't look now, but next time by, we'll only have 8 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't had a chance to go get a snack, take a quick bathroom break, now's a good time to take advantage of that. Come back and watch this exciting finish.
No real changes on the track. Everybody's still about the same distance back. The only thing I do see is Mike Bruno falling a little bit further behind Jackson Allen, but everybody else seems to be right around the same distances lap after lap. Well, here in the closing laps, David Levine is pulling up to Spence Thompson's back bumper here. That's 5th place, last car on the lead lap. Most of the field has gone a lap down here. David Levine has just been very stout.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next time by, we will have 5 to go. Be interesting to see if we can't get... We got a bunch of these guys still are out here on the track racing. Yeah, half the field are better as a lap down, but you still got guys racing for position out here on this track, looking to pick up as many bonus points as they can, or as many points they can for the race finish. A lot of times, as you see at a lot of these leagues, in any race car series, it's a long haul too. So it's not always trying to win as many races as you can, but it's how many points can you collect in each race throughout the season to give you the best opportunity to finish and run for that track championship. So, not the track championship, but the league championship. So that being said, I understand it gets a little strung out here in these road course races, and once in a while gets a little boring at times. I can get that because these cars don't get a lot of side-by-side racing in, but there is still a lot of racing going on, and these guys jockeying for position as much as they can, so they haven't just given up. Those cars that are a lap down and the guys that are a minute and 42 seconds or 42:30, they have not given up, and they're not going to be giving up, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing everything they can to hold on to the positions that they got now, and if they can capitalize on somebody making a mistake to pick up another position, it's all about gaining points.
David Levine able to catch and pass Spence Thompson to put him a lap down. So 4 cars on the lead lap. David Levine in first, Austin Jones second, Jackson Allen third, and Mike Bruno in fourth.
And those are your lead lap cars, ladies and gentlemen. Cars 1 lap down, Spence Thompson in 5th position, Zach Lindgren in 6th, Jared Beasley in the 00 running for Gordon Larson Jr. in 7th, Andrew Cardinal in the 81 in the 8th, Craig Lerman in the 43, 9th, and 2 laps down is the 2 Evil Knievel, Michael Redding. You see his car out there, ladies and gentlemen. He needs a sponsor. Get in touch with him, hook him up. Check him out on Facebook at Michael Redding. Next car, 2 laps down, Derek Robertson in the 818. 4 laps down be Corey Walters. And then the last 3 drivers have taken their cars to the hauler, and they checked out a while ago. That'd be Alan Westman in 13th, Jason Alexander in 14th, and Bradley Wilson in 15th position. Excuse me, Bradley's running the admin tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's not actually on the track running. So we have 14 cars running at this time. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have 3 to go. That will be 3 laps remaining in this 60-lap shootout here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Just want to say congratulations to all the drivers out here running this course. They've done a fantastic job so far in the Mid-Ohio Challenge. Got to give a big shout out to Motorsims Racing Association and Motorsims Racing Magazine. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. Also, a big thanks to TNN Designs for sponsoring our Pole Award winner tonight, number 19, Mike Bruner. Congratulations to him winning the TNN Designs pole tonight. And also, definitely not least, we got a couple other sponsors we want to talk about, and that is Hancock's Quality Goods. Go check them out at www.oilcanhancocks.com. Pretty cool little selection of products they offer there. Go take a look at what they got to offer. Use the code Thunder17 for any discounts you can get for your online orders. And also, SimSpec PC Towers. Go take a look at them at simspec.com. www.sim-spec.com. You can check out their website there. They build PC towers for these simulators, and they do one hell of a job at it as well. Pretty great customer service too there from Ken Yellens and Joe Barrett. So a couple of good guys running that company. Go take a look at them, see what they can do to help you out.
Well, as we're drawing into a close, David Levine is a 14-second advantage over Austin Jones. Jackson Allen in third, he's 29 seconds back. Mike Bruno 44. So barring any major problems here for David Levine, he should be bringing home the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've ever had a chance or been to the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course out here in Ohio. Pretty gorgeous country out here as we look around and take a look. There's a lot of farm country. You got one big racetrack set out in the middle of the country, nowhere, no real close cities to deal with, no big traffic congestion getting in and out. Come on out and take a look at it next time you get a chance. Pretty cool little place. That being said, white flag, ladies and gentlemen. 1 lap to go, 1 lap to go.
Interesting development. The 9 of Jackson Allen, heavy smoke coming from him. He got a little loose, made major contact with the walls. He's coming around to pick up the white flag. Mike Bruno has really closed the gap on him. We'll see if Jackson Allen can't hang on, but that car is definitely nowhere near up to speed as Mike Bruno.
And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. David Levine coming across the start-finish line, taking the checker flag, and winning this race in complete domination. He will end up finishing this race 20 seconds ahead of second place. Congrats to David Levine and TNN Designs on his car, the number 59 tonight. Also, I'm sure he'll want to get in here as soon as he can, as he gets a chance to give us an interview. And his Berkshire Hathaway's car was pretty doggone fast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not much to say about that. He dominated and dominated in a large way.
Jackson Allen not able to hold off Mike Bruno. Mike Bruno's going to slip by him here coming into the last corner, and that was for third. So Mike Bruno, after having a pretty tough race, able to bring home third place. Jackson Allen right behind him in fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for tonight's race. Give you the rundown here pretty quick. David Levine is our Mid-Ohio Challenge road course winner, winning his second road course in a row. Second place, Austin Jones. Third place, Mike Bruno. Fourth place will be Jackson Allen. Fifth place is going to be picked up by Spence Thompson in the number 89 American Revolutionary Clothing car. 85, Zach Lindgren will be finishing in sixth place. Seventh place, Andrew Cardinal. Eighth place, solid finish for Jared Beasley running for Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00. Craig Lamern finishes in ninth place, number 43. 818, Derek Robinson comes top 10. And Michael Redison comes in 11th position. Corey Walters 12th. Jason Alexander finishes 13th, 48 laps down. Alan Westman finishes 14th, 50 laps down. And that will do it for the field, ladies and gentlemen.
Able to catch up here with your third place finisher, Mike Bruno. And Mike, definitely a tough race. Got into a little trouble early there with Austin Jones. Never really able to recover and challenge David Levine, but you still got a podium finish. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was definitely a tough and demanding race, but I'll take a third any night.
Yeah, a lot of fun tonight watching you guys run around this sports car course here at Mid-Ohio, Mike. What did you think of the track? Did you see in the long run, you guys' front tires start to go away? All of them? What were you seeing out there?
The first part of the run, the car was awesome. You know, it was a little bit loose, but that's just the way I like it. And after about 15, 20 laps, it was really a handful, especially under like high-speed braking after that long straightaway. That I'm sure you guys saw me lose it quite a few times going in there. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. You know, had some really good racing with David in the beginning and Jackson and all them guys. I feel bad about what happened between me and Austin. I just got in the grass and lost it, and it's just bad timing for him. But all around, it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, congrats again. Taking the T&N Designs pole as well for the SimSpec PC Towers car. Anybody else out there you'd like to thank?
Yeah, definitely. Want to thank my sponsors, SimSpec, simspec.com. Go out and get you a nice PC tower, get on here, do some iRacing. Want to thank my team, MR Motorsports. I want to say congratulations to David Levine. He's one of my teammates for the win tonight. Did a great job, buddy. Everybody on my team, Mike Redding, all them other guys, and thank you guys for what you guys do.
Yeah, well, I absolutely appreciate it. Good, nice talking to you again. Congrats last night, and then picking up another solid finish again tonight. Look forward to catching up with you next weekend, buddy. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Appreciate it, bud.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our third place podium finisher, Mike Bruno.
Now able to catch up here with Austin Jones, your second place finisher. And Austin, yet again, starting from the tail and charging to the front, just did not have enough. But you still got second place. Congratulations on the run.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, usually these races I get home from work late and I'm not able to leave it on a qualifying lap, but I messed myself up on this one. We had a pretty good car, but I messed my qualifying lap up and run off the track and didn't record a time, so started last and made contact with 19 there when he missed the corner, but it may have been a different story if we wouldn't have been so far away from David, but maybe not. I mean, he had a really good car, but there towards the end, I was just trying to find a different line. This is my first ever race here, so I was just trying to find all the time I could to get him, and I just kept messing myself up. But anyways, he had a great run, great car, great friend. But anyways.
Yeah, it seemed like you were really fast, and then your car would just get crazy loose. You were dirt tracking it all the way around this road course. Are your tires going away really fast, or is your car just way loose?
Well, the car wasn't really that bad. I don't know. If this being my first race here, I was just trying to find all the speed I could, and I'm sure I way overdrove it. So, yeah, the tires were done for sure, but, I mean, I don't know. Just disappointing, I guess, knowing that I'm fast, but, win some, you lose some.
Nonetheless, a second place finish after starting last, that's rewarding no matter what. So congratulations again on that. Is there anyone you would like to thank tonight?
Yeah, definitely the guys at Evolution Race Cars and David Levine Racing. Been a blast running this year with this team, but I don't know, just disappointing, I guess. I don't really know what to say.
I definitely understand you always want to go out there and win, Austin, but nonetheless, congratulations on second, and we look forward to seeing you race here next weekend.
All right, appreciate it. See you guys.
That was Austin Jones, 78, coming from last to second. Disappointing. You always want to win, but great run nonetheless for Austin. See if we can't catch up with David Levine.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have our second consecutive road course winner, David Levine, in the 59 Berkshire Hathaway machine, TNN Designs. Congratulations, buddy. Great run again tonight. Dominant as ever.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was a pretty fun race right there. Feels real good to have a DLR 1-2 with the MR Motorsports affiliate there in third. It's just been a, dream race, dream night so far for the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Revan Optics, and TN Designs Mustang.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think was the trick out there? Staying smooth, or what did you see? What we're trying to figure out. You won the race by over 20 seconds. What's your trick to being so dominant on these road course races with these guys and these heavy stock cars?
The big key is just be smooth with it and definitely save your tires. You can definitely, go out for the first 5, 6, 7 laps of a run and murder your tires pretty good. And, you'll be a second and a half faster than everybody else, but come lap 7, 8, 9, 10, and onwards, you're just going to be losing half a second a lap at least. And that's the big key in these big heavy stock cars with these relatively small tires and big horsepower, is just to keep the wheels on her and keep the tires underneath you, and don't burn your stuff off too quick.
Yeah, definitely. One heck of a run. You did everything right tonight, that's for sure. I think you led just about every lap. It shows we had two lead changes, so I think maybe that was you getting passed by Bruno and you passing him back again. So that being said, dominant night. Anybody out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I do have to say a big thanks to everybody at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Revan Optics and TN Designs for everything they do. And it was a real great night for the MR Motorsports team and its affiliates with Bruno. He asked me on the radio about a couple laps into the run if I would let him lead a lap for his own points fund. So I said, yeah, sure. Pulled over, let him get a lap led, and then he let me right back by. So it's just great to have good teammates that I can trust out here. And all in all, a great night for this 59 car.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot for joining us for an interview. Congratulations. Go celebrate that win, and we look forward to catching up with you next week.
Big 10-4 on that. See you guys next week.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our top of the podium finisher, David Levine, in the number 59, winning the second road course race in a row for him. Pretty good race tonight here at the Mid-Ohio. Just got to give a big shout out to our sponsors for carrying us here through the Grand National Series, Motor Sims Racing Association and Rotor Sims Racing Magazine. Go check them out at www.motorsimsracing.com. Also want to say a big thanks to BA Graphics and TNN Designs. TNN Designs being on board for our pole award winner tonight. And our other two primary sponsors for the race tonight, SimSpec PC Towers. Go check them out at www.simspec.com. And definitely last but not least, Hancock Quality Goods. Take a look at their website at www.oilcanhancocks.com. They got a pretty nice, unique selection of products out there for men and women in the fragrance area. So go take a look. Go out with those sponsors. Visit their websites. Ask them any questions you have. See if they can't take care of you. Dewey, you got anything else in closing?
I think that should just about wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video. If you haven't checked us out on Facebook TV, NMNTS, they're on Facebook as well. You can keep up to date with the points and everything over there with them. we'll always post whenever we're going live and what races that we are going to be doing. But with that being said, I believe that's going to wrap it up. Once again, thank you to Tom Jinks for everything, running the cameras and doing a lot of the behind the scenes work and whatnot. So big thank you to Tom. Thank you to the other Tom for broadcasting and letting me in here and broadcast and yell and scream and have some fun as well. And we will be back next Sunday, and we hope everybody tunes in. Thank you. I'm going to the other team's feet. Ooh.